Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another NRG, and this time we're looking at Rapid Racer on the PlayStation. Lovely little intro film here, pretty snifty, I was about to say there, pretty nifty. Speed road racing action, yes, brought to us by SCEE Entertainment, Interactive Entertainment, or whatever the hell they're called, SCEE. Exclusive to the PlayStation, this, 1997. And only called Rapid Racer in Europe and Japan, I believe. It's got the rather unassuming name of Turbo Pop Racing in North America. That's an imaginative name, isn't it? But anyway, the biggest thing about this game, well, for me anyway, is its soundtrack. As you can probably hear, if you know your bands, it's done. The soundtrack is done by Apollo 440, which are a kind of fusion dance outfit from the UK, and the track that is remixed several times for the game is Carrera Rapida from their Electro Gliding Blue album, which has come out from the same year, 1997. Nova. Right, and at the start here, when we start right at the beginning, you can only choose two boats. So you wanted this one to go for a bit of speed, that one goes for a bit of handling. As you progress through the races, earn your points and stuff. You can earn unlockables and upgrades to the boats, and unlock different boats and unlock different tracks and so on and so forth, as is the usual stuff with this kind of thing. 6 tracks initially. We'll start off at Golden Sands, Miami. Go on at Miami, which is the most basic of the tracks. Also, of course, when I say track, it's water. There you go. 3, 2, 1, go! And off we go. Bombo, green thing straight away. I do like the layout of this game. I think it's a nice layout. HUD at the top, very clear. Typical example of late 90s, mid 90s racers in that sense. And it's got that kind of feel to it as well, that kind of that completely unrealistic feel. But that adds to the fun. But it's not perfect, and I will tell you why in a minute. Graphically, it's pretty nice. It's not the best that PlayStation can do, and there's a reason, quite an important one actually. As you can see, the textures, especially for the water and some of the surrounding walls and stuff, they're a little bit flat, a little bit off. Not exactly detailed, grainy of course. Nice bit of lens flare there though, that's a nice effect. And the reason why, as you can see there, the wall, the side there, texture in there is not great. A little bit blocky, jaggy. But it's a compromise. When this game was being developed, they were trying to really emphasise the smoothness of it, the experience of driving a speedboat at this kind of speeds, and to achieve that they slackened off on the textures a bit and up the frame rate, and believe it or not, this game runs at 60 FPS. Indeed it does. A game that came out in 1997 on the PlayStation running at 60 FPS. Of course it's only works if you have a TV equivalent capable of that at the time. A little bit of glitch in there on the beach, it's a bit of a shame. It does do that from time to time. Whoa, especially when you crash like I can do. Who put great big rocks in the middle of the bleeding racetrack? How, you know, how inconsiderate. Oh, he crashed us down there. That's another pretty nice thing about this game. The computer. Whoa, 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 whoa! Easy, sunshine. Oh, nearly lost it there. The computer does crash as well, which is kind of a nice thing to see actually. It doesn't always cheat, it's not always going for the fast lines and the inside lanes. They make mistakes, and they make mistakes quite a lot actually, especially if you interfere with them like this. So it is a very smooth running game. There is a good sensation of speed. Maybe in the later stages a little bit too fast, because it seems that the graphics don't really keep up with the speed of it. But enjoyable, very basic. I mean, it's not a complicated game to get your head around. As you can see, the directional arrow there telling me where matey boy is behind me, trying to sniff out my outboards. where we are. Yeah, we're leading, and that's good. And as you can see, the floating icons there I'm picking up. And the green ones, which I've already used a couple already, they're the boosts. Boost! And they can get you out of a bit of a hole sometimes. Got 3 of them there. In an interesting sort of, you know, fit the circles in the it looks like a knuckle duster, doesn't it? That thing at the bottom. And they're handy. You need them. Whoa! In fact, that corner up. And whoa, shit! Damn it! Boost. There you go. There you go. Get out of my way. Get out of my way with a boost. See. And there's other icons as well. You've got the yellow icons, you've got the blue icons, and the red ones. So you want to avoid the red ones. The red ones basically blob off other icons you picked up. Especially the green ones, they start blobbing off your turbos pretty quickly if you hit the red ones. The yellow ones are interesting because if you aim to collect the red ones, you want to collect. Oh, a bit of winning! Yay! That's sort of like Matrix style swing around camera there was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? It made my boat look really flat. I've got a flat boat. I've got a flat on a boat. First, but that's not the boat I was driving. That is annoying about that. Stock image doesn't use your boat there, which is a bit of a pity. But anyway, we'll have a crack at level 2. Or track 2, Wild Water Canyon. And guess where it's set? In the Rocky Mountains. Hard, this one. Yeah, it ramps up the difficulty rather sharpish. 1, go! As you can see, we're the river. The river is wild, as the killer said. It's a lot more uneven. And that's another thing I was going to talk about. Actually, the handling of this. It's interesting to say the least. If any of you have played Wave Race on the N64, it's you would imagine it's a little bit like that. It kind of is, but it's so difficult to sort of put across in words how tricky it is to grasp when you haven't practiced. Oh, I've nearly tipped my boat there, but luckily that doesn't happen, and that's another problem. I can't tip the boat. I can flip it up in the air by crashing head on with rocks, and it will not flip. And also, and the most annoyingly, oh crap, you see, didn't flip. I turned in my side, did a backwards flip, and another one, but I didn't turn over. They didn't render the underside of the boat, I think. Obviously, the crests of the wave, the motion of the river is mostly static. But when the boat glides over like that, it bounces off it like a rubber band ball off a rubber mat in a rubber room. It's very bouncy, very floppy. This bit here, we've got you've got the cascade streams here. They're all set. They don't move. They don't fluctuate, which is a shame. And then I do that, fuck it up, and then a little bit of glitch in there at the side. I can see through the rocks. There you go again. Oh dear. It's a pity. It doesn't happen that often, but when there's so many compromises been put in to get this very high frame rate that you do get that. You get this glitching, you get this popping up, of course, in the distance, and especially when there's more detail on the track and the surrounding areas. But I got completely sidetracked there. I was going to say that when you pick the yellow icons up, if you get 5 and you finish the end of the race with 5, you get a bonus stage where you can get other unlockables and engine parts and upgrades to other boats. And another interesting thing it's got is if you complete all 6 stages in first place, you can unlock a random number generator system where you have the potential to basically generate random tracks, seemingly infinity of tracks. An infinity of tracks, that's not even a right sentence. An undiscernible amount in numbers of tracks, could say that. But it doesn't really work like that because it's not as detailed as you'd think it was. All it does is just slap a load of water and rocks in a random sequence, and that's it. No track detailing, none of these tunnels or anything like this. so it's potentially good, but in reality not great. So the six main tracks are really the best. I like track 4 actually. It's one of my favourites. So it's a smooth game to play, and it's a hard game to play because you've got to adjust yourself to the handling of the boat. Here we go. I'm to slow down a lot here, and I've still cocked it up. And he's look. How did he do that? I had to slow down to get around the corner, and he just powers past me. And I power past him because I've got a boost. Whoa, sugar! I nearly absolutely muffed it up there. I'm running out of time now because I've crashed so many times. I'm running out of time. But this is what happens when you go over certain crests of wave and rip currents and all that kind of stuff. The boat just sort of like moves on its own accord, and you've got to react pretty quickly on the analog controller to keep the boat steady. It's not a sort of game where you can just keep going in a straight line, even on the straights. To say, you've got to keep fine adjusting the position of the boat, which is good in a way. It's not bad. It's not quite. It's pretty responsive. Which it needs to be, but with a lot of distractions going on, with the glitching and the unpredictability sometimes of the behaviour, of the movement, it can get annoying, it can get frustrating, but luckily we are saved by that amazing soundtrack that's constantly playing in the background, these remixes by the terrific Apollo 440, which it does have a cracking soundtrack. Oh my goodness me, that was a terrible smash, absolute terrible smash there. I've just lost my boat licence for that one. That was awful. No damage to the boat, you see. We're going under the Gran Turismo rule of driving. And again, it didn't flip. And of course, not submerging either, if you've noticed. Oh my goodness me, I nearly left the game area there. Jesus Christ, that was a bad glitch. I've never seen one that bad before, actually. I think I'm out of time. Yeah, I fucked it up. And I'm floating away into the distance. Oh well. That's me over, and that's me out, I think. Rapid Racer on the PlayStation, 1997. It's okay. It's a bit glitchy here and there, but it's an average game. Smooth to play, fun and now and then. A good 2-player mode as well. So, anyway, I'll see you next time. I hope you're nice and wet and wild. Trip is over. In the sunshine. Go and pick up Apollo 440 and give that a listen too. Cheers, and I'll see you next time. Novabug, out!